Welcome to the Euro-Asia Division from the Media Missionaries of Network 7 Media Center. This is Mission Sonlight. Today we bring you to the Georgia field where, despite a small Adventist membership, the workers and laity remain hope-filled. When you visit the capital region of Tbilisi, you will find a mecca of arts, entertainment, literature, natural beauty, and great world history. A stroll along the riverfront, walking along the many monastery ridges, or even hiking at the highest point, where the communication tower pushes toward the clouds, demonstrates a different perspective at every turn.
Christianity came 300 years after Christ to the kingdoms of Kola and Iberia, which later became Georgia. Georgia Orthodoxy has permeated every sphere of the identity of Georgia, fighting off other faiths, primarily Muslims, and causing the Orthodox Church to be stronger and wield more power than any other.
Joseph Wolff, a Protestant missionary, brought Christianity back in the late 1800s. Russian immigrants to the U.S. also sent tracts about Adventism to their relatives in Georgia. According to ESD, Dr. Vagram Pempeyan, an Armenia-American doctor, was the first official Adventist missionary in Georgia. He arrived in 1904 with his wife and brother. He spent 2 years working here, conducting many Bible studies and sharing literature. He only managed one baptism due to heavy persecution from Orthodox clerics. This persecution continued still despite the intrepid efforts of later Adventist missionaries, like pastors Heinrich Lubsak, a prominent evangelist, and Albert Ozols, a young Latvia-German doctor.
After the breakup of the Soviet Union, the church began growing faster because people felt free and began to explore their faith foundations. The conservative Orthodox Church leadership has staunchly pulled back on that freedom and holds firmly to its membership with threats and political influence. It has become very difficult to gain friendship and grow membership with prospective new members.
As we travel west from the capital in Tbilisi to the Black Sea coastal city of Batumi, we experience the relics and remains of very old Orthodox monasteries and the picturesque views that once captivated the monks who called this place home.
Here in Batumi, along the Black Sea, we notice an almost palpable difference in culture because Batumi has beaches and sunsets as well as a worldly culture of gambling and luxury. It is also home to the second largest port in the nation, making it a key strategic city for this Euro-Asian region of commerce. It's a popular getaway destination for residents of Turkey as it lies only 12 miles north of the Turkish border and makes for convenient shipping and shopping too. It is sometimes a challenge to work here with the secular environment, and especially with the Orthodox also holding tight to its adherents.
The challenges of growing the Seventh-day Adventist Church in the region of the country of Georgia are great, especially here, where there is great wealth. However, as we listen to the Georgian Adventist congregation, you will hear intrepid believers and leaders who have seen God's hand move mightily in the past and are trusting His hand to lead them forward still.
We have a strong group of church members in our city. They are diverse from many different regions of Europe, including Ukraine and Belarus. They have sought out their Adventist family here, and they want to be true to God's call on their heart.
This 13th Sabbath, you will be a part of a center of influence that will nearly double the size of this small current campus located on Peter Tchaikovsky Street in Batumi.
In Batumi, we have a good church family. Since the war in Ukraine, refugees from there and Belarus have come over, and it makes it easy to attend and be part of the church and the community. Many people are coming here as the city grows, because they find jobs and open businesses, and they thrive here. We have the port, we have tourism, and we have lonely people. We have people hungering for what is missing. This is our moment to open doors and welcome them in, to not only go out to the streets where they are, but also to invite them in with open arms.
Pastor Churaya explains the immediate need here for this church building and its members, well situated in the center of this city.
Our church is small and old in Batumi. As we work to bring in the refugees, children, and families, we need space and special social projects. We currently have one big space, but here we need more space to grow and be a center of influence for God. We need several rooms for outreach to the refugees, to the children, so that we can host Bible meetings, health trainings, and social activities too.
The tentative building plans are to go up with this structure. It is situated in such a way that a full second story can be added, and a pastoral apartment can be completed on the third level. When we visited, a midweek afternoon prayer service was held. The members shied away from being on camera, but we could sense from their conversation a genuine joy and foresight for the fulfillment of this project, and a focused vision for how the center of influence would transform their meager efforts to bring great dividends to the kingdom.
The work of the Seventh-day Adventist Church here in Georgia is the same as the work of the Seventh-day Adventist Church world around. The three angels' messages, the gospel, that Jesus wants us to have life and have it more abundantly, both here and for eternity. That's the work that they're doing here in Georgia. This 13th Sabbath, you can help them as they grow this small facility into a greater facility to do the work of the three angels' messages until Jesus comes.
Thank you to everyone who accepts this report and gives for this 13th Sabbath offering. We ask that the Lord will bless you and fulfill all the needs you have in your life.
What will you give on Sabbath, June 29, for the seemingly impossible work here in Georgia and in Armenia? Work that will change the kingdom landscape for eternity and shore up the courage of these members in a powerful way.
My work as a pastor is difficult. With the subtle persecution that still takes place, it is even more so. However, we have a window right now that we cannot miss. People are not so focused on their religious history. They are searching for something more. We don't want them to find it in the gambling or drinking or lonely behaviors of the city. We want them to find their answers in a genuine relationship with Jesus. You can help us show them and give them a place to worship as they grow and get to know Jesus. Thank you so much.
We are not asking you to do our work. We are willing and able to serve here. We are asking that you come alongside us and be partners in ministry. We want to thank you for what you are willing and led to do as a fellow church member in Batumi.
From the nation of Georgia and the Euro-Asia Division, we are the media missionaries of Network 7 Media Center, and this is Mission Sonlight.